Wow. I don't think there's any denying that we came into this game thinking, okay, we got our backup goalie in the net. We're on our second half of a back-to-back. They're on absolute fire right now with, having scored 13 goals in their last 2 games. And we're just, we're on a back-to-back, and we obviously flying in from Chicago late. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah, the thought of winning this game, I was like, okay, I want to get a point at least out of this just because of what Dallas is and the state of what we are in right now. Obviously, with a very emotional game yesterday, it was going to be difficult today. But the Leafs come out of the gate playing fantastic. From minute 1 to minute 60, they play a stellar game. Now, were there times where the Leafs broke down? Yes. Same with every team. Did the Dallas Stars have times where they broke down? Absolutely. Did the Tampa Bay Lightning have times where they break down? Yes. Every team does. But it's how you limit them, and when you get your chances, what do you do with them? And for the Leafs, the puck possession in the first period was unbelievable. And you look at what the Leafs did late in that period, unbelievable again. Patty Marleau coming down side by side with a guy. He knocks it off Marleau's stick, and Jake Gardner's right there to follow up. He kind of banks it off the side of the net, and it comes out to Mitch Marner coming off the bench. Marner, quick feed to Nazem Kadri, buries it in the empty net. Kadri now has 2 goals in his last 2 games. Leafs got a 1-0 lead late in the first period. Unbelievable. You got to close the period right. They do that. And a fantastic first period for the Leafs, but there's a long way to go. And you've got to kill a penalty starting the second period. The Leafs do that. They kill it. And right out of the box comes William Nylander, comes down the left side. Quick shot to the glove side of Ben Bishop. He kind of knocks it in the air. Zach Hyman going to the net hard. Puck lands on his stick. He taps it in the empty net. Bingo, bongo. Leafs up 2-0. But it's not over yet. Remember, 13 goals in their last 2 games, and the Leafs are on a back-to-back. Let's try and get through this. With under 10 minutes to go, or just over 10 minutes to go in that second period, Leafs on the power play. Nazem Kadri going for a cross-ice pass to the corner. Instead, it hits Matthias Janmark and goes directly in the net past Ben Bishop. Look, Kadri has had no luck. He had a great start to the season, and since then he has absolutely no luck hitting posts, getting robbed, just not being able to find the back of the net. And then he gets a bounce like this today. I think we'll take it any day. Leafs up 3-0. But we can't sit back because we've seen what this Leaf team can do over the past few years, blow leads. Late in the second period, Austin Matthews wins a face-off. Back to Jake Gardner. Radulov crashes him and just strips Jake Gardner of the puck and fires in front of the net on one knee. Tyler Seguin rips it into the net, and it is a 3-1 game with 2:17 to go in the second period. And we're like, oh boy, these late period goals, the momentum, they're killer. However, the Leafs do finish off that 2:17 of the second period strong, and they head into the third period with a 3-1 lead. And not long into the third period, great play by Jake Gardner to pick off a pass, get it up to William Nylander. Willie Nee and Austin Matthews on a 2-on-1. This is always magic. A beautiful, gorgeous, sexy backhand saucer pass from William Nylander to Austin Matthews, who's set up for the one-timer. Everyone knew it was coming, but Ben Bishop could not stop it. Rifles it into the net. Matthews' 22nd goal of the year. William Nylander and Jake Gardner grab assists, and the Leafs have the 4-1 lead. But it's not over yet. But what the Leafs do, they do something we haven't seen a lot of. Keep the pressure on, but also be sound defensively. Everywhere a Dallas Stars player was, a Leaf player, glued to him. I gotta say, as much as I'm iffy about the defense core, obviously with Riley and Zaitsev hurt, guys like Jake Gardiner, Connor Carrick, Roman Polak, Travis Dermott, Borgman, the entire defense core did a fantastic job today. We all talk about Morgan Riley going down with injury, and we're like, oh boy, Jake Gardiner has to find a way to step up. He had a tough start to the season, and with last year, he was a plus 20-something with like 40-odd points, and we're like, this guy, he looks useless out there, but he's putting up these weird numbers. This is nuts. And to start the season, he wasn't putting up the numbers, and he was still looking like that, so we're all like, oh, this guy's absolutely awful. Since Morgan Riley has been out, the 5 games that he has been out, Jake Gardiner, including today, has 9 points in 5 games. And he's playing 25-plus minutes. You know what? Credits to Jake Gardiner. I don't say it a lot because we all know how we feel about Jake. But this guy has been criticized all over the place. And when the best defenseman, arguably, Morgan Riley, goes down, he steps up. And he takes that leadership role. Unbelievable job by Jake Gardiner. Just tons of credits. And can't forget it, the man of the night, Curtis McElhinney. Big chances. They had tons of opportunities. McElhinney shuts the door. This guy was ridiculous. He's my player of the game in this one. 1 goal on 40 shots. McElhinney just stood tall, 17 shots in that third period, stops all of them. And the Leafs get the 4-1 victory to end off the informal first half of the season. And you look back now. We talk about how this team had been really struggling getting wins. However, they were picking up points along the way. We're all like, oh, we need to get a win. I agree. We were all in that state. We were getting points, and now we've won 3 out of our last 4 heading into the All-Star break. And having won 2 straight on the road, we couldn't have pictured it any better right now, except for if the Austin Matthews goal against Colorado counted, but we're not going to get to that because it's over and done with. The Leafs now won 2 in a row, head into the All-Star break, like I've said over and over. Great performance by your backup, Curtis McElhinney. The offense on fire, and your defensive play through the first 2 periods at least did a fantastic job. Credits to this team for battling when nobody gave them a chance today. They did a great job, and now they can take some time off, enjoy their All-Star break. Obviously going to be practicing and all that. Austin Matthews is going to enjoy the All-Star game. I want to hear what you guys have to say, though. Do you guys want to see a video during the All-Star game, a live stream during the All-Star game or the All-Star skills competition? I might have to switch it around depending on my schedule as well, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Which would you guys prefer, if anything? That's up to you guys. I'm going to leave that with you, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and boy, if you enjoyed this game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What you guys think of this game? Who's your player of the game? How do you think the Leafs have looked over the last 2 games? More or less the game and a half, because they looked very good in the second half of the Chicago game. And unbelievable tonight. I want to hear what you guys have to say, and I hope you guys enjoy the All-Star break. If you guys don't watch the Raptors or Jays content, if there is any Jays moves. And we'll talk to you guys, tomorrow night, Raptors edition, as they're back at the Air Canada Center taking on the Utah Jazz, looking to win 2 straight now, and be feeling great about themselves. And Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan on the same team for the All-Star game. Great to see there. And for the Leafs, next time we will talk to you, if there's no trades during the All-Star break, which I doubt there will be, it'll be January 31st. As the Leafs are back at the Air Canada Center taking on the New York Islanders, 7:30 puck drop. We look to win 3 straight games and start the informal second half on the right note. We'll talk to you guys then.